Cool. Here we have the Altipiano Rosso. And now this is a Montepulciano wine.
Yep.
It says Rosso on the grape, and it's by the Fuedo Antico winery in mid to northern Italy.
Yeah, mid to northern, I guess.
Abruzzo.
Abruzzo, yeah, sort of central northern area, Abruzzo. It's most famous for Montepulciano d'Abruzzo. This is Montepulciano, but it's not named. I guess they probably change it on a yearly basis depending on what other grapes are growing well, so it might be a blend. But this year, for sure, it's 100% Montepulciano. Montepulciano d'Abruzzo, I think it's getting more and more popular. You see it more in the supermarkets and stuff, don't you?
I'm a big fan, and I could never find it anywhere. And then suddenly, I am seeing it more, seeing it lots in wine lists. I think I saw one in Aldi the other week. It is getting popular.
For sure, and it's a fantastic grape variety. Montepulciano, I guess you would say it's a red fruit grape variety. The fruit, it's sort of red fruit flavours. It's got a bit of spice to it as well, a bit of herbiness. It's got, lots going on. It's one of my favourites actually for cheese boards. If we're having one of those nights where we're not making dinner, maybe we've got a bit of charcuterie and a bit of cheese, we always have Montepulciano. But this is Fuedo Antico, as Dan said, the wine region. Fuedo, super sustainable and organic. In fact, they are the first and one of the smallest regions in Italy, winemakers, in Italy, to be Magis certified, which is like the highest level of certification for sustainability in Italy. There are various sustainability bodies, but Magis are the ones that really keep the bar high as to what, that will be to do with pesticides, it will be to do with how they farm the land, what impact it has on the wildlife and that sort of thing, as well as giving back to the communities around them. So really, really important. We've been working with them for a long time. We love their wines. And yet, still a small operation as well. Tiny little winery on the sort of scale of Italy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was really interested to see this said, it was just a Rosso, because, Montepulciano is getting a bit more of a name. But there are quite a lot of Italian grapes, aren't there, that, they're just not particularly well known on their own, but we know in general Italy has a very good rep when it comes to winemaking. Something silly like 2,000 or 3,000 grapes just in Italy, right?
Yeah, about 3,000 Italian grape varieties, the names of which get insane. Italy as a country, if anyone knows anything about the history of Italy, it used to be super fragmented. So it's only been a united country for quite a short period of its history. It used to be into lots of little separate regions. That's why each region guards its food heritage really, really closely. If you go to speak to somebody in Campania about bolognese, then they'll tell you it's disgusting. But if you go to Bologna, it's the most important thing. Their food heritage is super important, but super regional. And it's the same with the wines. So there's 3,000 grape varieties. There are like 10 different names for the same grapes, depending on where you are, and how they treat them is completely different and mostly connected to the food. And so, it is a tightrope walk for sure. But I guess, one of the things that we talk about at Smash Grapes is coming back to climate. If you're unsure about the grape, you're unsure about the region, the best thing you can do is check out the weather. We're in central northern Italy here, so we're not talking big and jammy and full-bodied like, say, something from Campania or down south, not like a Primitivo or anything like that. But we're also not in the north, and the northern reds can surprise red wine drinkers because it's cold up there. We're talking Alps here, and they can be face rippers when it comes to tannins. This is central. This is the Merlot territory of red wine making in Italy. Nice all-rounder.
Middle Italy, middle red, but not like kind of middle meh. I bloody love Montepulciano. I'm really getting into it, and it's because I for a long time have been kind of Pinot Noirs and your lighter reds, and I feel like this is. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy a face ripper. I think my problem is that I like something I can drink 2 or 3 bottles of, and this is. I'm working myself up to this. Montepulciano, is a cracking grape. What would I eat with this? Because I've got to eat if I'm going to have a couple of bottles. Got to eat. I mean, you said before, food in these regions is really important, and the winemaking follows it. Yeah,
for sure. And we're talking, anything sort of we're talking Sunday roast territory here. Roasted meats for sure, but anything really herby, because there's a lot of herby flavors going on in here. It's not just about fruit. The mountainous territory, lots of herbs and shrubs and stuff. So roasted lamb, anything like that. Lots of rosemary, lots of thyme.
And there's flavors. Really, really spiced and herby, nut roasty, meaty.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, look, I'll call you around on Sunday.
Cheers.